everyone. Welcome back to the Unhealthy Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Marv, and it's time for your weekly health and wellness roundup. The stories that actually matter if you're juggling work, family, and trying to stay healthy. But before we start, I just got a Ringcom. And for those that don't know, that is one of the smart rings that tracks your activity, sleep, and overall health. I'll be covering it on a future episode, but I need your help first. If you've used one or something similar, please share your experiences, tips, or any lessons learned. Your insights will help me shape the conversation and put the Ringcom to the full test. Now, here's some news to help you feel better, move smarter, and live healthier this week. A new heart health forecast is sounding the alarm for women, including those in their 30s, 40s, and 50s right now. An American Heart Association scientific statement projects that by 2050, nearly 6 in 10 U.S. women will have at least one form of cardiovascular disease, driven largely by rising rates of high blood pressure, obesity, and diabetes. High blood pressure alone is projected to affect about 59% of women, and more than 60% are expected to have obesity. The report also warns that risk factors are showing up earlier, with obesity projected to affect nearly one-third of girls ages 2 to 19. If you're a woman, or if you love one, this is a cue to treat blood pressure, weight, and blood sugar like urgent priorities, not background numbers. Schedule regular checkups, track these metrics, and ask your provider what specific lifestyle changes or medications make sense for prevention at your age and risk level. Adding more movement, improving diet quality, and quitting smoking still offer major protection, especially when started in midlife. If you've grabbed natural supplements off an online marketplace or health store shelf, listen up. The CDC is investigating a multi-state outbreak of extensively drug-resistant Salmonella infections linked to certain lots of Rosabella brand Moringa powder capsules. These capsules, popular with some adults for energy or detox, have been tied to serious gastrointestinal illness, and the bacteria involved are resistant to multiple antibiotics, making treatment more complicated. Public health officials are still working with the FDA to determine whether additional products are affected and are urging consumers to discard or return any Rosabella Moringa capsules they may have at home. Check your supplement cabinet. If you see the Rosella brand Moringa capsules, stop using them immediately and throw them away or return them. This is a reminder to treat supplements like medicines. They can carry real risk, and they're not always tested the way prescription drugs are. When in doubt, bring supplements to your doctor or pharmacist and ask whether they're necessary and safe, given your health conditions and medications. If you're caring for an aging parent, a sick partner, or a special needs child, you're far from alone, and the toll is bigger than many families realize. New statistics on caregiver burnout show that about 1 in 4 caregivers say their physical health has worsened because of health giving, and half report trouble sleeping at least once a week. The report highlights that caregiving stress is usually ongoing and cumulative, not just a short-term crisis. Interestingly enough, relationships don't only suffer. 45% of caregivers say family relationships have improved, while 13% say they've worsened, underscoring how support or conflict at home can either buffer or intensify stress. If you snore loudly, wake up exhausted, or sleep next to someone who does, obstructive sleep apnea may already be present in your house. New reporting pulls together emerging research on how specific foods may help ease sleep apnea symptoms and support better sleep quality. Diets rich in fatty fish, leafy greens, berries, whole grains, nuts, and lean proteins appear to reduce inflammation, support a healthier body weight, and even improve metabolic markers like blood pressure and triglycerides, all of which matter for apnea. On the flip side, alcohol, refined carbs, processed foods, and late-day caffeine can worsen airway collapse and disrupt already fragile sleep. If you or your partner has sleep apnea or suspicious snoring, addressing weight and airway with your clinician is key, but your dinner plate is part of the treatment plan. Shift toward more fiber-rich foods, nuts, and lean proteins, and experiment with cutting alcohol and late caffeine for a few weeks to see if sleep and energy improve. There's a new twist in the GLP-1 story that's particularly relevant for adults over 50. Recent reporting highlights concerns that rapid weight loss, especially with medications like semaglutide, may reduce bone density and increase fracture risk in older adults and postmenopausal women. When body weight drops, the mechanical load on bones decrease, which can gradually weaken bone strength. Experts stress the importance of resistance training and adequate protein intake during and after GLP-1 treatment, along with medical monitoring for those at higher fracture risk. The goal is to lose fat while preserving muscle and bone. This is especially important if you are over 50, have a history of fractures, or are postmenopausal. That's a wrap on this week's health headlines. Remember, knowledge only counts if you use it. So pick one story, one tip, one habit, and take action this week. Whether it's a 20-minute walk, a tweak to your meals, or checking in on your mental health, start small, start now. If you like this podcast, leave a review, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a boost in their health this week. Until next time, live healthy and be happy.